Hi Earth signs, how are you all doing? I'm here to do your January 2019 reading for the 1st through the 15th. We're going to find out what the tarot cards have in store for you, what messages they have. Before we start the reading, I want to let you all know that this is a general reading. I'm going to do my best to have it apply to as many of you as possible, but if it doesn't resonate with you, please let it go. It wasn't for you. And if it did resonate with you, please like, share the video, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe so that you are staying updated to when all of these videos do come out. So I tuned into your energies, Earth signs, just before the reading, and a couple of things have come out already. One of the oracle cards that came out was yes. So it might be saying yes to something if you have been having a question that you've had at the back of your mind that's kind of you've been mulling over it. And also authority came out. So I'm wondering if either some of you are really kind of stepping into your authority and really like speaking up for like your beliefs, really standing up for yourself. Or are you questioning authority and starting to challenge authority a little bit? All really good things. So let's jump into the reading and find out what the cards have to say for you. All right, so we're gonna start off with my sacred geometry deck and just find out what is the main energy here that Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are going to be dealing with for the first 2 weeks of January 2019. First 2 weeks of January 2019. And guys, if you want your own personal reading, all that information is in the description below. I'd love to get a one-on-one with you and get a deeper read into the specifics of what's going on for you if you need that. All right, main energy here for Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Synergy. So we have the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So, that state of allowance, it's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place to be because sometimes what I've noticed is that when we are in a state of allowance, we're really opening ourselves up to a grander, more infinite plan of possibilities that we may not have planned for because our minds are so limited. There's no way that we could know all the possibilities that are known to us through the universe. And when we move into this place of synergy, of allowance, then we really open up the door to what we're able to co-create with the universe. So I'm going to ask my working the light for 2 messages. What messages do you have to share with Earth signs for this reading as we open it up? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what messages do you have for Earth signs for the first 2 weeks? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. This, I just did the fire signs video, and definitely contracts had come up for them towards the end. So it's interesting. Unbound, and they had to deal with placing boundaries, but it looks like you Earth signs are about releasing certain boundaries. And that makes sense with the synergy energy coming up, about allowance, about going beyond the limiting boundaries that we have in our mind. There also may be like some soul contracts that you may be ending with people. Maybe time to move on. Also soul patterns, like things that you know were really serving you throughout life, but now that you've kind of evolved and you've gotten to a different place in your life, they don't really serve you anymore and they're not good patterns to have anymore. So letting those go, letting them really go. So what other messages do you have for Earth signs here? of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Look at how gorgeous this card is. I love these cards. I mean, just looking at them just brings my vibration up. You are the oracle. Your vibration is rising. So earth signs, it looks like we're dealing with some really high vibration for the first couple weeks of January. And those vibrations really need to expand. When you start raising your vibration, they're so expansive that you can't be limiting yourself. You can't be limiting yourself. So let's go into the, I'm going to be using my Gilded Tarot for your reading. That's what I was being called to use ahead before. And I've pre-shuffled everything, but I like to let the cards come out so we get as accurate of a read as possible for you guys. Too many cards. Okay, what do you have messages? What messages do you have for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that will serve them to their highest good and their highest good only for the first 2 weeks of January 2019? What do they need to know? What is in their highest light? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But you know, that's you guys. So not feeling grounded. Not feeling grounded. Kind of ties into this unbounded energy though. Maybe it's time to not be as grounded. Maybe it's time to really kind of play in the higher dimensions. When I talk about this vibration rising and allowing yourself just to go. I don't know. Let's see. What else? Wow, interesting. We have Temperance and we have the High Priestess in reverse. So 2 major arcana cards here coming up in your reading already, which is it's an important couple of weeks. Like this is significant so far. Temperance is all about moderation, patience, but it's also about, I'm not really feeling like that's the energy for this card in this reading. I'm feeling like it's more about the alchemical process for you guys. I'm feeling like it's about marrying fire and water together, like, and the creation of that, like rebirthing something new with the divine. And the High Priestess here in reverse, that's interesting. I'm going to have to clarify that one because perhaps some of you are not feeling like you're as connected. Are you feeling blocked to like perhaps maybe the guidance coming through, your intuition? And that's why you need to be unbound from it. Maybe that's why you need to, you're feeling bound by these blocks because this pillar of light is saying you are the oracle. You are the oracle. You have the answers. So let's find out what other messages do you have. Maybe there will be some more clarity coming through as you see the cards coming up. The Star in reverse. So not feeling like, are some of you guys feeling like a little less hopeful about a situation? Or needing healing? Or you've gone through some healing. Some of you may have gone through some healing and are now able to like make that jump. You're making that jump into like the next level. That's why your vibration is rising, because you've done some healing work. Let's find out what else. So you got 3 major arcana cards here in a row. That's significant. There's something big going on here for you earth signs. Let's see what else. Oops. 4 of Swords. Yeah. Meditation. Meditation. Rest. So I'm feeling like the next 2 weeks is all going to be about you guys playing in the higher dimensions. It's about calling in Five of Wands in reverse. So you've released, like there was this external conflict in your environment. You're kind of letting go of drama. There may have been some drama that you've been able to let go of or walk away from. You got the Chariot card and then the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, let me just look at this. So I get a lot from the pictures. And so this Chariot card is all about movement and fast movement in a really good direction, but it's also divinely guided movement, which under the High Priestess in reverse, I'm feeling, okay, there's a couple things going on here. For you guys. So this High Priestess in reverse, for some of you, you're feeling blocked from the connection. And I'm feeling like there's some healing that needs to happen, and the healing has to happen in the higher realms. Like it has to happen on an energetic level. And for some of you, you're kind of feeling like not as hopeful about it. And that's why this Nine of Wands has kind of come up right under the star in reverse, because you're feeling like you don't have the energy to go forward. Like you're just exhausted, like you're tired. It's been a bit backbreaking for you. Whatever it is that you might be dealing with, the healing still needs to happen. And it's going to happen a lot in the higher realms. I feel like this Four of Swords here is confirming that, like meditation, like you're going to have to do a lot of work in your meditation. It's also going to happen in the dream state on the astral plane. The pillar of light, I also feel like it's important to call in pillars of light when you are meditating. Before we even started this reading, I called in a platinum pillar of light of protection for the reading. I'm feeling like you guys definitely, if you're not using light to protect yourself, not just even for protection, but also to almost like a portal of energy that is going to come down through the galactics, coming through your cosmic connections and assisting you. My star family is assisting me in some of my healing. There's some healing that they're able to offer me. A lot of it I'm doing, through me, but they're able to assist you. So because the star cards come up and this pillar of light, I'm feeling like for some of you guys, your earth signs, call upon your star family. If you know that you're a star seed and you know who your star families are, even if you don't know, just call upon the star family that is there to serve you to your highest good and your highest light only, to provide you with some healing while you're in your dream state, as well as in your meditations. Work with that energy, call it down through a pillar of light, connect with the healing energies of the galactics. Now, for some of you, you've actually already done your healing. So you're on a bit of a different timeline, and you've done a lot of the intuitive work, and you've done all of that. And because of that, you've been able to release some of the drama. Some of this drama is part of your healing, like it's triggered you into this healing. Whatever was in your external environment, like this is in the past, whatever was, it triggered you into your healing to start it. And that is now creating forward movement here with the Chariot. You've now come into this movement of healing, like it's already in motion. It's in motion, the healing. And you're creating this alchemical process. And the reason why, I really feel like the reason why this Queen of Pentacles, I'm going to clarify, but I really feel like the Queen of Pentacles, which is you guys, it's your earth energy. And it's so funny. The Queen of Wands came up in fire energy. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. I'm feeling like, because, I mean, it's important to have a level of grounding when you're doing your work in the higher realms. But I'm feeling like with this energy of moving into allowance, it's kind of like letting go of some of the anchors, kind of letting go of the need to see. Earth energy is very like, you like to know what's coming up. You want to plan. You want to like, you really want to know, have all your ducks in a row and make sure that everything's stable, make sure everything's aligned properly so that you know what to expect down the road. I know I'm an earth sign myself. I'm really feeling like the reason why this Queen of Pentacles is in reverse is because we have to let go of that need to control everything and to allow the energies to come in, to kind of give some extra leeway room for the things to come in that we're not necessarily thinking of or prepared for. Healing can come in many different divine ways. Let me just clarify this Nine of Wands, actually. Can we clarify the Nine of Wands in reverse? Clarify the Nine of Wands in reverse. Magician. Manifestation, having everything that you need to create. Okay, so for all of you who are feeling like you don't have hope, that things aren't working out the way that you want them to or had hoped, there are two things. Know that everything is unfolding in its own divine plan, and certain things that we think are not the best scenario for us or the best case actually can turn out to be the best case for us. And you are able to, so that's the first thing. The second one is that you are able, you have the ability to change whatever it is that you're not happy with. If there's something that you're not really satisfied with in your progress, you have the ability to change. Earth signs are so good at manifestation. Like, this is your shtick. Manifestation for earth signs is always on point when you are on point. Like, best manifestors, okay? And it's because of our ability to ground the energy, but also play in the etheric realms. And so you will be able to manifest a completely different outcome for yourself. If you're feeling like you don't have the energy to go on, you do. It's just a feeling that you need to move through. And I'm gonna like just pull some more oracle cards here for my Moonology deck for messages for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it looks like there's a lot of healing coming through, and the healing mostly though is coming through the allowance of the unfamiliar. That idea of unfamiliar and being unbound is so important. To go into the realms that we're not used to go into territories that we haven't explored yet. I feel like that's a big part of the healing that's going on, is really exploring some of those unexplored territories, new territories. You're going into new territory. And some of you are healing stuff from your past lives. You're healing stuff from your past lives. And I'm really feeling this Five of Wands in reverse. Something happened for you guys in your recent past that has triggered some emotions in you, triggered some feelings of this movement into healing, which is great. I mean, being triggered isn't great. It's never a good feeling, but it leads to good things. When we're triggered, it just shows us certain things that we still need to work on. And it's kind of like how our higher self uses other people to steer us in the right direction for our soul's journey. So let's find out what messages the moon deck has for us regarding this reading. What messages do you want to leave Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn with? Wow. Meditate and contemplate. Yes. I mean, that came up right there. I'm going to put that right there on the Four of Swords. So meditation is very important right now for earth signs. I'm really feeling like it's all about going into those higher dimensions, connecting with and that's why your vibration is rising. That's why your vibration is rising, because it's time to do this work. You've been doing really good stuff. It feels like you haven't been putting everything into place, or you maybe feel like you've been doing a lot of work to put all of the things that you need in place to get to where you want to get to. Like if you've been really wanting to raise your vibration, to really increase your connection, to really expand your consciousness and your awareness and really open up in that way, you have been doing that. It just, for some reason, what might be presenting for some of you in your external world may not be reflecting that yet. Just remember that everything that happens in the external world is the last. So it could already be happening on the energetic level. What other messages do you have to leave with earth signs? Hold your vision. So stay strong. Stay strong here. Hold your vision. Don't lose focus. Don't lose sight on the end goal. Okay? But also have the flexibility of being unbound and knowing that there is divine guidance coming in through here. Remember, this is divinely guided. The movement that you're going through is divinely. There is a lot of divine guidance coming in here. Even though some of this is reversed, it's still there. And the only reason I really feel like the Star card is reversed is because for some of you, the healing has been in the past. And some of you, like you've already initiated the healing. And for some of you, it's time to heal. It's time to start. And the High Priestess in reverse. Well, this is what I wanted to say earlier and I didn't. When I look at this card, when I look at her, let me see if I can, before I pull one last card. Okay. When, let me just make sure it's in there. Okay, so when you see the High Priestess, sometimes the way the cards fall is more important than the actual card itself. And there's a lot of intuitive messages that I get from looking at these pictures and the images. And I feel like the High Priestess, some of you might be blocked in your intuition, but for some of you, I feel like you're doing a backflip into the Chariot. Like you're leaping in, like you've jumped 2 feet, like head first, like you're not even like dipping your toes into this. Like you are full on into the higher realms and you're really connecting with your higher self and you're really connecting with the messages that you need to connect with. And it's almost like the way the cards fall out sometimes is really interesting. And when you look at her, it's like she's almost like she knows your higher self's coming in. It's like this is you, and you know your higher self's like coming in, back flipping in to join you on this journey. So that's why I just feel like those cards came out the way they did. So let's one more message. I like to pull 3 for you guys. One more message from the Moon Oracle for earth signs. Last message you'd like to leave them with. You and your loved ones are safe. So for any of you who have been feeling like you've lost hope, you're feeling like you can't go on, feeling like you're maybe a little bit unprotected, or perhaps your healing journey has you feeling very raw and vulnerable. And when you're raw and vulnerable, it's like open wounds, and anything can come in to kind of like take that from you. Know you're safe. Know that you are being divinely guided and watched over, and whatever information you're going to need for your journey, it's going to come to you. It's going to come to you, not necessarily just from your higher self. It could come from strangers. It could come from people in conversation. Somehow, the information that, and I'm getting chills right now through my legs. Somehow, for some of you, that the people will be guided to you for whatever you need for your healing journey, and this exploration in the higher realms. You will have everything that you needed. You are going to be taken care of. So that is the reading for you guys, Earth signs, for the first 2 weeks of January 2019. I hope this was really helpful for you. If you're feeling like you need some clarity, or you're going through something that you really want some personal guidance on, I do personal readings. I also do coaching. You can actually, I do have a package which compounds both of them into an hour. So if you want some extra guidance, there's something you're going through and you just really, you're kind of feeling stuck, you're kind of feeling like you just not really sure which way to go, all that information, if you need to connect with me, is down below. But otherwise, for all of you that are knowing exactly where you are and what you need to do, I am sending you so many healing thoughts of light and love, and just the message that's really coming through is, know you are divinely guided. You are divinely guided, and you are on the right path. Okay, so I love you all, Earth signs. Have a beautiful first half of January, and I'll be back for your mid-month in a couple of weeks.